life. It's the kind of story that reminds us how unpredictable life can be, and how one moment, one stranger, one twist can change everything. So sit down, take a deep breath, and let me take you on a journey that begins with heartbreak, but doesn't end there. Linda Parker was 68 when she realized that sometimes the people you love the most are the same people who can hurt you in ways you never imagined. She lived in Maplewood, New Jersey, a small, quiet town where every house looked like it had been copied and pasted from the same cozy blueprint. For most of her life, Linda loved it there. She had raised her daughter, Megan, in that house, taught her how to tie her shoes, how to bake cookies, how to laugh until her stomach hurt. Back then, Linda's home was full of laughter, full of noise, full of life. But now, the silence inside her house felt so loud it sometimes made her whisper little ha-ha-has, just to remind herself her voice still worked. Even then, her voice would echo back at her like the house was asking, "Is everything all right?" And deep down, Linda knew it wasn't. Her husband had passed away 10 years ago. She was still grieving him, even if she never said it out loud. Her friends had slowly disappeared. Some moved away, others stopped visiting, and a few simply vanished from her life without explanation. Linda tried to stay strong. She cooked meals for herself, walked to the grocery store every Wednesday, and watched family movies alone every Friday night. Sometimes she would whisper in awe when she saw a grandmother playing with her grandkids at the park, wishing she had that too then. One Thursday afternoon, Megan called, "Mom." Megan said with this exaggerated cheerfulness that felt almost fake, like she was trying too hard, "Guess what? I booked you a 2-week vacation to Florida. Sunlight, palm trees, relaxation. Deserve it." Linda placed a hand on her chest, letting out a surprised, joyful little ha-ha-ha. "Oh, Megan, sweetheart, that's so thoughtful. I can't believe you did that for me," Megan continued, pushing the excitement. "We'll drive you to the airport. Everything is handled. You just pack your things and enjoy." Linda hung up the phone and sat on her couch, holding it tightly. She looked around her home, tears filling her eyes. Not sad tears, but relieved ones. She whispered finally. She remembered me. She spent hours packing her nicest outfits. She laid out 3 dresses on her bed, choosing the one that made her feel youthful. She sprayed her husband's old cologne in the air, closing her eyes as memories wrapped around her like a hug. Then she baked cookies, her classic chocolate chip and walnut, because she thought maybe the flight crew would enjoy them too. Maybe she'd make someone smile. The next morning came quickly. Megan and her husband arrived, honking the car horn impatiently. Linda hurried outside with her suitcase, cookies in hand. The car ride felt strange. Megan wasn't talking much. Her husband kept glancing at his phone. Linda tried to lighten the mood with a soft, nervous laugh. "You do look like you're planning a secret mission over there." Megan forced a smile. "Mom, just relax. Everything's fine." But everything was not fine. At Newark Airport, Megan hugged Linda so tightly it almost felt desperate. "Mom, just wait right here. We'll be back with your boarding pass." Linda smiled. "All right, sweetheart, I'll be right here." She sat on the metal bench. She held her cookie bag. She watched people rush past her. 10 minutes passed. Then 30. Her fingers began tapping nervously on her bag. She chuckled awkwardly to herself. They must be stuck in a long line. Another hour. 2. Her smile faded. She took out her phone and called Megan. Ring. Ring? Then nothing. Call failed. She called again. "This time, the number you're trying to reach is unavailable." Her breath hitched. A painful little weeping sound escaped her lips. No. Maybe her phone died. Her son-in-law. Straight to voicemail. Linda stood up, clutching her purse tightly, and approached the airline desk. Her voice shook. "Excuse me, is there a reservation for Linda Parker?" The attendant typed for a moment, paused, then typed again and again. "I'm sorry, ma'am. There's no booking under your name. No flights. Not today. Not in the next 2 weeks." Linda felt her legs give out, and she sank onto the bench again, hugging her bag of cookies like it was the last warm thing left in her life. Tears streamed silently down her face. She whispered to herself, why? Why would she do this? A quiet, broken awe slipped from her chest. Hours passed. People stopped noticing her. They moved around her like she was invisible. She hadn't felt this forgotten since her husband's funeral. Then suddenly, "Ma'am, are you okay?" A young man stood in front of her. Early 20s, hoodie, backpack, kind eyes. Linda forced a tiny smile. "Oh, sweetheart, I'm fine. Just waiting." He sat beside her. "You've been here for hours? Saw you earlier. You look tired and sad. Can I help?" Linda's breath wavered. She tried to laugh it off, a shaky little ha-ha-ha that broke halfway through. Then she whispered, "I think my daughter left me here." The young man didn't flinch, didn't question. He just said gently, "Nobody deserves that." That simple sentence cracked something inside Linda. The tears came faster now, but softer. The kind of weeping that comes from a soul too tired to hold the pain in any longer. His name was Ethan Miller. A college student flying home for Thanksgiving, he stayed with her for hours, talking, listening, helping her breathe through the panic. He bought her a warm sandwich when he saw her hand shaking. He helped her contact airport services. And when they couldn't find any information about Megan, Ethan said, "You're not sleeping on this bench. Come on, we'll get you a hotel room." He used his own money, his own time. The next morning, Ethan returned. With breakfast, with energy, with a plan. "I called my mom," he said. "She runs a senior community center. A real one, not a nursing home. A place where people feel alive again. She said she'll take you in for now." Linda gasped softly. "You would do that for me?" Ethan shrugged, smiling. "My grandma raised me, and you remind me of her." They took the bus to Meadowview Community Center. Caroline, Ethan's mother, greeted Linda like she was a long-lost aunt. She hugged her tightly, saying, "You're safe here. No one will ever abandon you again." First week was hard. Linda cried often, little quiet tears that fell without warning. Sometimes she would laugh through them, a strange mix of sadness and relief, whispering, "I can't believe this is my life now." But slowly, things changed. She joined morning yoga, even though she wobbled and laughed at herself with a cheerful ha-ha-ha that made everyone else laugh too. She baked cookies every Thursday, becoming the unofficial grandma of the community. People loved her, listened to her stories, sat with her during meals. She started feeling alive again. Then came the twist no one saw coming. A lawyer contacted her, a man she didn't know. He said he had news about her late brother, whom she barely kept in touch with. "He left something behind for you," the lawyer said. Linda sat in disbelief when she learned the truth. Her brother had left her a small house and a significant inheritance, enough to live comfortably, enough to give her control of her life again. She covered her face with trembling hands and let out a soft, trembling laugh mixed with tears. "I thought the world forgot me, but it didn't." She moved into a nearby little apartment and decorated it with fresh flowers, bright curtains, and framed photos of her new community family. Every Sunday, Ethan visited. He always stole 3 cookies before she even served them, making her burst into a playful, scolding ha-ha-ha. Sometimes she'd sit by her window and whisper, "My story didn't end at that airport bench. That was just the moment life pushed me toward the people who were meant to stay." And if you're listening to this wondering if anyone cares, wondering if life forgot you, remember Linda's words. Even when everything falls apart, someone out there is holding a piece you lost, waiting to return it to you. Because sometimes the people who save us aren't the ones we expected, but the ones we needed.